Welcome to another episode of In My Opinion. It's your boy King Vance. If you didn't know, now you do. And with this episode, I'm a little bit behind. Well, I ain't gonna say a little bit. I'm probably like a week and a half or maybe 2 weeks behind on this topic. But I still want to voice my opinion on this situation because they got a lot of people in the uproar. When the clip hit social media, a lot of people had something to say. Some people, was in agreement, and some people wasn't, really wasn't feeling it too much. So this next video is basically going to be talking about the Dallas restaurant owner going off on his customers because they was going a little bit too far with the dancing in his restaurant when certain music came on, dancing all on the furniture, shaking their behinds all on his glass and, pretty much doing too much, going overboard. And, a lot of people felt like, he was wrong. He shouldn't have said what he said, just then the third. And at first, when I first seen the video, because somebody had brought it up on social media and I didn't know what everybody was talking about. And so I had went on YouTube and tried to see if I could find it, which I did. And at first glance of the video, I was just like, ooh. Like he's not wrong, but he could have worded that, a lot better. And then I started reading the comments and, people were saying like that wasn't the first time he was speaking to them. That was like the third or fourth time he said something to him or something like that to the same group of people, not just, different people, but the same group of people. So now I'm looking at it different. I'm like, okay. And then more and more started to come out. People were saying that, the DJ was playing certain music. It was a brunch. I think it was like brunch time or something like that. So music was playing. People had drinks, this, that, and the third. So now everybody wanted to use the excuse of you set the tone of your establishment with your music. Okay. I can agree with that to a certain extent. And the reason I say that is because I've been to, and if anybody watching this video that I've had this conversation with within the past week or so, you've heard me say this, but I've been to plenty of restaurants that have all kinds of music playing. And I've never seen people get up and start dancing on the furniture. A lot of y'all are missing the fact that, for one, it was a restaurant. I don't care what they serving. I don't care what music they was playing. It's a restaurant. It's a restaurant. It's a black-owned restaurant, which is why they even felt comfortable doing the things that they was doing. Because whether or not the type of music that was being played, if that was a white establishment, they would not have done that. They would have been shocked that the music came on. Like, oh, okay, I see they up in here. And they'd have been in their seat with their little drinks, doing their little dance, maybe even singing or rapping along to it, probably even being loud and having a good time. Normal stuff. For you to jump up on this man's furniture and start twerking and acting a fool, there is no excuse for that. And I was highly disappointed at some of the people that I seen that seemed to be more on their side than the owner side. Because now it got me thinking, as grown adults, and I don't know how old the group of ladies were that he was referring to, but the people that I know that are my age, you can't have common sense enough to control yourself because a certain song came on? Are we kids? Are we teenagers? Are we in our early 20s? My age bracket is 30 plus. Don't have enough common sense to relax. I've had a person, I had a person tell me, hey, bro, I know for myself after a couple of drinks, I'm pretty much, gonna act a fool. The fact that you know that, you're a grown man, you don't know your limit. If you know you drink and you have about maybe 4 or 5 drinks before you start getting yourself there, you don't have control to slow down. Let's say 5 drinks is your limit, right? Let's say 5 drinks is your limit. By the time you get to the third cup, you should be slowing down. You need to start babysitting that third cup. And then even think about that fourth one. But you should not be taking that fifth cup if you know 5 is your limit. Your third cup, you need to be slowing down. I just don't understand how so many people is on those women's sides. Or where the DJ shouldn't have been playing, what was the song they claimed he was playing? Throw it in a circle. Throw that A in a circle. Is what the DJ was playing. I understand and I get how music can influence people to want to do something. But if they was just dancing in their seats and being loud and having a good time, I'm sure he wouldn't say nothing to them. Now, maybe if they got a little bit too loud, he might have been like, hey, can I bring that down just a little bit? Not too much, but, just a little bit. But to get up dancing on his furniture, I don't see how y'all not see the problem with that. I don't understand where the confusion coming to that. Everybody want to blame the owner for hiring the DJ and then blaming the DJ for the songs he was playing. Well, if it wasn't that type of restaurant, you shouldn't play that type of music. I've been to plenty of white establishments where they play rock music, heavy metal, country music, and I ain't seen nobody jump up out their seat playing air guitar to hard rock. Nobody has to tell anybody to act like they got some sense. You know what I seen in those places? People sitting in their seats, shaking their head, dancing to the music, and if they know the song, singing the song. I've seen that. There's nothing wrong with dancing in your seat. But dancing on the seat, dancing on these people's furniture. It's crazy to me how y'all can sit here and look at a black man and say he shouldn't have had the DJ play that music. But white people can go to their restaurants. Well, I ain't gonna say white people, but I'm gonna say, but you go to a white establishment, meaning a white owner restaurant, and they can play the music they play. Ain't nobody in there acting a fool. I've been in white-owned establishments where they play black music, hip-hop music, rap music, whatever you want to call it. And ain't nobody get up in there and start dancing, acting stupid. And if y'all want to blame the drinks, again, if you know your limit, don't go over your limit. The fact that you know your limit makes it even worse. Because some people just drink to drink to drink to drink to drink to drink, and then they there. But my thing is this, whether you know your limit or not, you feel yourself getting drunk. And at some point, you need to relax. It's daytime. You still got to drive home. You still got a whole day ahead of you, and you drunk. You that drunk to where this man has to ask you multiple times to stop dancing on his furniture, to stop twerking in his establishment. It is a restaurant. To my knowledge, it is a restaurant. Now, I don't know if it's half restaurant, half club. If that's the case, and then, yeah, he kind of bugging, he tweaking out. But to my knowledge, it's a restaurant. They was having brunch. That's anywhere from what, about 10 o'clock to maybe 12? That's early. You that drunk that early in the morning? I don't care what song was on. They could have dropped Juvenile, back that A up. That don't mean you get up and start acting stupid. Y'all confusing club with restaurant. It was people older than me that I'm talking to on Facebook. And they, instead of blaming them people for having self-control, you want to blame the owner and the DJ. Like, what? I don't understand some of y'all thought process sometimes. And some of the people that was, oh my God, some of these people I really thought had more common sense than what they had. And I'm trying to figure out what is really going on. No matter how many times I broke it down as to you need to put the blame on these women. You need to put the blame on them, not the owner. Because if I'm constantly asking you, that's like put yourself in that owner position, right? You got an establishment, club or not, it don't matter what type of establishment it is. If you're asking a certain group of people to stop doing whatever it is they're doing, if you have to ask them multiple times, at some point, you're going to snap. And I know a lot of people saying, oh, he should have had security. It's a restaurant. I don't know too many restaurants with security. Maybe I ain't been to enough high-class restaurants. I don't know what kind of restaurants y'all been to. But I've never been to a restaurant where they had security that I can think of. I've never seen it. So I don't know why y'all want him to have security. I've seen other people say call the police. Nah, that could have went sideways. Police coming in there trying to talk to drunk black women. I'm not calling the police. I'm gonna do what he did. Yo, look. Hey, it's like my 4th time telling y'all to stop. Y'all don't like it. Get up out of here. I don't need your money. Bye. Bounce. But I asked you to stop. See, everybody want to get on him because he finally snapped. But nobody is realizing that you asked these grown women, multiple times, to stop. Nobody want to talk about that, right? How many times you ask your kids to stop playing? How many times you ask, listen to the question, how many times has you asked your kids to stop playing in the house? Stop playing, stop doing certain things. I ain't gonna say stop playing, kids play. But certain things like running through the house. How many times you ask them to stop running before you start yelling at them, right? How many times you tell your kid to sit down somewhere before you start yelling at them, right? How many times have you asked your kid to clean up before you start yelling at them? Now just think, put yourself in his position, but think about it as you're talking to a child. How many times have you asked a child to stop doing something before you start yelling at them? Now ask yourself, how many times are you going to repeat yourself to grown adults before you start yelling at them? How many times do you have to yell at an adult? From one adult to another adult, we shouldn't have to yell at each other at all. If I'm asking you to respect my space, I'm asking you to respect my space. I don't care what's playing. Now, y'all want to sit here and talk about, oh, well, if he wasn't playing that song, they wouldn't have did it. So you mean to tell me if they played, I don't know, they played some song about shoot 'em up, bang, bang, you mean to tell me it'd have been okay for somebody to just out of nowhere pull out their gun and start busting on people? Because that's what y'all sound like. That's exactly what y'all sound like. So if the DJ was playing some, I don't know, some King Von or somebody, some Trap Boy Freddy or something, and they talking about shooting people and doing this and doing that, it'd have been okay for people to get up and just start shooting up the club, right? I mean, well, shooting up the restaurant. Let's not forget the key word in this, or the key element of this, is restaurant. I understand a lot of y'all gonna be talking about some, well, hey man, back in the day, man, them songs used to ring off in the clubs, used to get, key word is clubs. Club. I'm talking about a restaurant. Y'all giving them grown women a pass. But y'all own this grown man about what he said to them. And y'all not looking at how many times he had to talk to them. Y'all not looking at that. I shouldn't have to keep talking to you as an adult. I shouldn't have to keep repeating myself to you. Especially if I'm the owner. This is my space. You came to my place. If I'm asking you, hey, chill out. Can y'all relax? Can y'all calm? I'm not finna keep doing that. I'm not finna keep doing that. He got more patience than me. And then a lot of y'all, well, if that was Chicago, he would have got stomped out. No. We're old enough to know how this works. If that was Chicago, you don't think the owner would have something for people who think they finna come in there and just do whatever they want to do? Sometimes I don't think y'all be understanding the things that come out your mouth. Y'all don't talk. Y'all don't think before you talk. Y'all just be throwing stuff out there. Oh, he would have got stumped. I seen that plenty of times. I saw that all over my timeline. Even the conversations that I was having with some of the bros, some of them was saying that. And other people were saying it. People I don't know were saying it. Or if that was Chicago, on YouTube, people, or if that was here, or if that was there, he would have been. Y'all sound dumb, man. It doesn't matter where you at. You don't allow people to disrespect your space. Y'all always feel like one place is tougher or better than another place because that's where you're from. I'm from Chicago. Houston is my second home. This is where I live, in Houston. I had that same mentality when I came to Houston. Oh man, Chicago, so much more crazier, so much more. That's because in Chicago, I knew what was going on. I'm not from Houston. I don't know what's going on here. I don't want to know what's going on here. I don't care about what's going on here. As far as like the street stuff, I don't care. But I know it can get real here because I've met people that really came from the streets. I've met them. So it can get real anywhere. So I don't want to hear that if he was here, he wouldn't have said that. If he was here, he wouldn't have did. No. He's a business owner. And there's plenty of business owners in Chicago snapping on customers. Again, I'm from Chicago. I've been in restaurants where the owner had to come out and snap on people for doing things they shouldn't be doing. People want to come in there being disrespectful. Bruh, get out. Now you have your isolated moments where things escalate. People do get into fights, people do, but that's everywhere. Y'all have to stop thinking that's only your city, that's only your neighborhood, and that's only in your town or wherever you live. No, it's not. That type of stuff is everywhere. It's not just where you're from. That situation in Dallas should have never happened because those women should have had more self-control. If you want to blame the liquor, they should have been watching how much they drink. Y'all want to sit here and blame the DJ and the music? That's stupid. His job is to play music. The owner said he wanted to give a place for black people to come to and enjoy themselves. You can enjoy yourself listening to music. You can dance in your seat. You can sing along. You can rap along. You can make your little noises. All you women, hey, want to be it with your little drink in your hand, hey. Y'all want to do all that, right? That's cool. But what you're not finna do is disrespect my establishment by hopping your tail up on my seats, on my table, twerking, putting your butt on the glass, putting your hands on the glass, popping your butt. It's a restaurant. I have families in here. I have children in here. There's young women in here. There's young men in here. And then the fact that a lot of y'all could sit there and say, oh, it's the music. Oh, it's the liquor. Y'all sound like grown adults who's not ready to be an adult. Y'all sound like grown adults who always got an excuse to why you can't do something or why you did something instead of taking ownership. Y'all sound like the type of adults that don't take ownership of what you do. That's what y'all sound like. That's exactly what y'all sound like. Adults that don't take ownership of the things that they do. That's exactly what y'all sound like. Y'all need to get that in order. Once again, if you made it to the end of this video, I salute you. I appreciate you. Hit that subscribe button, like and comment. Share the video. Till then, next time, I holla.